Brittany Venti is cooking the beef, and this beef is dry-aged. Emphasis on dry and aged, because these ain't no little girls. These are some old biddies, and they got some big titties. Damn! But they ain't part of the itty-bitty titty committee, I mean, baby. I don't know if there's anyone on the internet Brittany Venti hates more than Kaceytron, because I have never seen Brittany Venti come after anybody repeatedly the way she does for Kaceytron. Like Nick Fuentes, Pokemon Hassan, like she'll chirp in here and there, make little digs, but she will almost never go type up a long thesis. A New York Times op-ed over here. Look how long this thing is, and you know Brittany penned this on the toilet. After spending that long on the toilet, she's probably got another hemorrhoid, in addition to the one she calls a brain. Kaceytron tweets, Twitch has always been one big boys club where you have to downplay and normalize disgusting behavior if you want to grow your channel. If you're popular enough, you will never be held accountable by your peers. It creates a very toxic, unsafe space. Brittany Venti tweets a reply. I'm gonna share my story because I am so tired of your fake, performative BS all these years. Acting. Like Brittany Venti's crying in the toilet, tweeting us out. Like, share my story. Like Kaceytron fucking molested Brittany Venti. Groomed her, molested her, tricked her out. Like, my story. Your fucking story of being a mod for Kaceytron. Wait, what are we talking about here? Well, buddy. Oh, shit. Oh, no, I'm stealing. Oh, guys, I'm sorry. I'm stealing Casino Camino's joke. Well, buddy. Yeah, let me get my fucking cowbell. This is so fucking stupid. I was a mod. It's so fucking pathetic. Why didn't you ever say that? You were a mod? Ew. A mod? Oh my god, imagine admitting that you were a mod. One of the lowest life forms on the planet. I was a mod. Yeah, maybe you deserved it. Whatever. I don't know what happened, but like whatever it happened, you deserve it for being a fucking mod. Doing it for free, as they say. I was a mod for Kaceytron and supported channel before I made it. I was very active in Kaceytron's community in raid call. This was before Discord. Ooh, this is, like I said, it's aged beef. This beef is old enough for Anthony Cumia to fucking take the prom. I was 17, freshly, or the word choice, freshly orphaned, as opposed to aged orphaned, ripened, like matured orphan. This is fresh orphan. I was 17, freshly orphaned, and with nothing, and having to live with my ex. I don't know why ex is in parentheses, like just even when I had to pay $500 rent every month, I still supported her channel, subbed, donated, and I did it because thought she was funny. Before, when she had a sense of humor, if you can believe it, before she turned into an all-righteous cunt. When I started becoming more popular, Kaceytron got jealous because she determined the pond wasn't big enough for both of us and isolated me from her community. I guess she felt two women weren't allowed to do satire and felt I was competition. She started to bully me, and talk shit about me. For example, I had a spinning the wheel bit where I would spin the wheel, and say a viewer has X crazy attribute or make something ridiculous as a joke. Not only did she bully me on her stream by emulating this bit to make fun of me on her stream as a passive-aggressive jab, but she also proceeded to literally steal my bit and use it later. Meanwhile, I was 17, then freshly turned 18. Funky fresh. Meanwhile, I was 17, then freshly turned 18 and streaming and just trying to get by because I had no other options considering I was orphaned at 16 and in and out of school because my mother was dying. Keep in mind, Kaceytron was older than me and established. I was orphaned. Okay, we get it. Damn, Brittany, you were orphaned. We fucking get it. Like, this is when I asked the question, is like, is Brittany Venti even really an orphan? Is her mother even really dead? Because she brings it up so much. Clearly, it's like, if she wasn't streaming on Twitch, she would have, like, fucking went and robbed the Gucci store and been like, I didn't do nothing. I'm an orphan and shit. Again, I don't know. Like I don't know if Brittany Venti's really an orphan or not. She's always maintained she's an orphan, and I, believe it for a time. But now I do. I just asked the question: is she really an orphan, or is it bullshit she made up for money? Because she uses it so much. Like they say online, Pixar didn't happen. Okay, I'd been around YouTube long enough to remember Lonely Girl 15. Seriously, after Lonely Girl 15, I never believed anybody on YouTube about anything without extensive proof and documentation. Lonely Girl 15 messed me up. I don't know, man. Maybe Brittany Venti's a fucking, like, social experiment. Maybe she's not even a real person. I don't know. But let's just say she is an orphan. Does that excuse you from, like, bad behavior? Does that excuse you from, like, ripping off somebody? Like, seriously, because the way this reads, it's like, okay, so Brittany was basically leeching off Kaceytron, stealing her jokes, and Brittany was like, but I'm an orphan. I should be allowed to fucking rip you off and leech off a community. No. Sorry, it doesn't work that way. Just because you're an orphan doesn't mean you have the right to steal people's jokes and not get called out or get, quote-unquote, isolated, whatever the hell that means. Like, I wasn't there. I wasn't in this Discord. I wasn't in this community. I don't know. And I've never seen Kaceytron really talk about it or go into, like, her side. Because you have to remember, at the end of the day, Brittany Venti is a troll. And, like, for Kaceytron to respond is kind of a loss because then she's feeding the troll, which you never want to do. It's like Gremlins, damn it. It really is. It's like, don't feed the trolls. This is a normal thing that happens. Like, this happens. Like, you have a streamer, an established content creator. They have a community, and within their community, you get somebody who starts, like, imitating them, leech off their audience, and copy them. I think it's somewhat understandable. Like, I don't know what happened. Maybe I don't necessarily agree with if what Brittany's saying is true. I don't necessarily agree with everything Kaceytron did. If Kaceytron was bullying Brittany and isolating her and just, like, mad and jealous, I don't agree with that. But if it's like, oh, Brittany's copying her jokes, stealing her audience, knowing Brittany, I wouldn't be surprised if Brittany was up in Kaceytron's Discord talking shit, trying to make her community toxic. I think Brittany's a very toxic person. I wouldn't be surprised that Brittany Venti was in Kaceytron's community causing problems, being rotten, being toxic, being venomous. Also just being a little edgelord, like maybe like making really racist jokes, really bigoted jokes. And maybe Kaceytron just didn't want that in her community and was like, you know what? You need to just get the hell out. You're copying me. You're stealing my bits. Any comedian, like, you think, like, seriously, Brittany Venti loves to hang out with comedians. You think they would fucking hate her guts if they knew the amount of jokes Brittany Venti has stolen? Comedians fucking hate that shit. Like, Chrissy Mayer, Kumia, all those loser hack comedians, as hacky and loser as they are, they go ballistic when people steal their jokes or they think people are stealing their jokes. And, like, not only does Brittany steal jokes, she will turn around and then accuse other people of stealing her joke that she stole. Case in point, I made a whole video about this, about how Brittany stole the joke. She lifted the joke. You have Brittany Venti's orbiter, fake boyfriend, fake fiance. Think before you sleep out here accusing Jay Aubrey of joke theft, comparing Just Pearly Things to Pearl from SpongeBob. Turns out it was a whole other YouTuber who started that joke, and more than likely, Brittany stole the joke from her, didn't credit her, but then it's crying about it when Jay Aubrey allegedly steals a joke from Brittany. It's just peak hypocrisy. It just shows how fucking either dishonest or brain dead Brittany is. Brittany just wants to be the perpetual victim. It's like she takes no accountability. If you read between the lines with Brittany's tweet, it's like, okay, yeah, I completely ripped off Kaceytron. I stole her jokes, but I was an orphan, so I was allowed to. And she stole one of my jokes. Oh my God. I truly believe the person I just robbed me back. Brittany Venti ripped off the entire, like, stoner, feminist, slob bit. A little bit too well, actually. I guess spinning the real bit, you can, like, that's from any fucking, like, late night talk show, Howard Stern show, radio show. Like, it's a very common bit. That's not like anything, there's nothing original about that to begin with. More than likely, Brittany stole this spinning the wheel bit from someone else. Seriously, she more than likely did steal those spinning the wheel bit from somebody else or something she saw. Like, I don't know, maybe the Eric Andre show. Like, who knows? Whatever is sissy, whatever was on, like, Adult Swim around this time, she probably got it from them. Or probably another YouTuber. If Kaceytron took that from Brittany, that's such a nothing burger. I was orphaned and could potentially be homeless. If I didn't pay to rent my room, I had to stream to get by. She just isolated me from the only people I had to talk to and stole my bit. She never once apologized or changed and has only gotten worse over time. She proceeds the social climb by playing woke when she's a pothead who has let herself go. I don't know, this sounds a little bit like a projection, except replace pot with alcohol. When you're day drinking, yeah, you probably got a problem. The only way she can keep herself aloft is by crying victim when she's a huge crybaby who hates when other women do better than her, unless she benefits from it. I would not be surprised to see other women with similar stories come out of Kaceytron acting their jealous, washed act. I already know that she has a history of doing this jealous, malicious behavior unprompted to another female streamer as well, which resulted in them getting banned from Twitch. Do yourself a favor and tweet yourself victimizing bullshit from a treadmill next time. I mean, look at Nick Fuentes and John Doyle. Like, John Doyle basically ripped off Nick Fuentes, and Nick Fuentes excommunicated him from his community because he was just a leech off Nick Fuentes, was trying to copy him. But I mean, like, Brittany saying she never apologized or was, like, acknowledging anything. It's a projection because Brittany doesn't acknowledge that it's like, okay, you stole Kaceytron's entire shtick, though. You stole the whole shtick. See, it's just an excuse that she's like, well, I was an orphan, so I was allowed to do that. I get to do what I might want because my dead black mother is fucking dead, so fuck you. Because my dead black mother is black dead. This is such, like, orphan entitlement. Seriously, it's like, it reminds me of a quote I just heard from Nick Fuentes the other day. Nick Fuentes summed this up perfectly. Play the clip.
This is like a level of female black entitled narcissism that I have never seen before. And once you look at Candace Owens through that lens, you'll never look at her the same way again.
Brittany even stole one of my jokes. Before Trump won the election, I made the joke, they're going to deport the liberals. And then the night Trump won, Brittany makes Instagram videos where she's like, we're going to deport the liberals. That's a joke. She stole my joke.
This is like a level of female black entitled narcissism